Oh, gosh. I'm sorry about people. Okay, so hello, TikTokers. I am not here to ask you to subscribe, like, or comment because you can do what you want with it. I'm just here to tell you about a story that I experienced at a church I used to go to. And don't worry, I'll give you all the information with the story. So I used to my name is Faithful Service 1020. That's my TikTok name, and I would really like to tell you about a story that happened to me that could keep you guys protected from a mentor at Morningstar Community Church, Southern Salem, Oregon, on February 24th. I'm from Salem, Oregon. That's the only information I'm given right now, and well, anyway, I used to attend that church for many years, and I want to make sure that I'm doing what needs to be done to protect future students there of the riot program. So I once had this mentor named, keep this documented or somewhere, write it down, Caitlin Michelle Kinney, but she goes by Kate there. She's like super blonde, and she really is a blonde. Anywho, so with this lady, where do I start? At the beginning, when I was like 15 years old, I attended this riot program, Reaching In and Out Together, and at first I liked it. I liked the people, and they were quite nice to me for a little while. So I kind of stuck around for a good few years in their program, and I learned about God and everything. Just because things happen at churches doesn't mean that it just doesn't mean that God didn't do it. It's the people that hurt you, not God. And I fully understand that. Anywho, I stayed in that program up until I graduated the right program and dropped out of high school. But that's not really the point of this video. So where do I begin? Their summer camp is called Great Escape, that was held in Tide Valley, Oregon, some cities away, and it was a nice camp. If I didn't end up with Kate, that is, who ruined my life. Anyway, the camp only lasted for 1 week, and the last day of camp was a real big deal for me because, you see, at first I thought Kate cared about me and wanted me to be part of the team, but that's obviously not true. So I should probably clarify that because of abusive situations that are happening at my house with my stepdad, will not give a name. Um, I'm just here to let you know that this was absolutely a big story in my life, and things will be much better after I post these videos. So on the last day of the summer camp, let's just start there. I didn't really want to go home, back to Salem. Mm, and it wasn't really like. I'm sorry. Sorry I had to say that. I wasn't really willing to go home, and Kate wasn't happy about that. So that was my dealing. For those of you who stayed here long enough, I'm glad you did. So I was at Great Escape July 24th, 2014. It was the day that she called me out in the field, and I get why she did that because I'm the one that wasn't really acting great. So, but that I thought at that point that it was going to be like a personal deal between the two of us that we could solve later, but that's not how things went. Um, After camp and after she called me out, she started distancing me when I wanted to try to like repair the relationship. I dedicated 2.5 of my years respecting this woman, and what do I get out of it? Absolutely nothing. So things were kind of all right after up until Riot's graduation and me dropping out of high school. So graduation day came and I wasn't able. They usually have these awesome senior retreat trips to like ex, um, moving the high schoolers up into adulthood. And I was really excited about this trip, but out of nowhere, based on trustworthy issues from camp, Kate decided that I wasn't allowed to go on the senior retreat. But she didn't even meet with me or anything, and she let me know at like somebody let me know at the last minute, the very last minute possible, that I wasn't allowed on the retreat based on what happened at camp. And I mean, if you have your vote, I mean, which one would you like? What kind of leader would you trust? You know. Bottom line is, she kicked. Like I graduated the program, but later on, I kind of had this like clingy feeling. So for the next 2 years, it was like she didn't want any communication with me anymore. And at that point in my life, I thought I lost a really good friend, but it's good I lost her as a leader because based on what happened in the future in recent years, I have to protect the kids I don't even know. So here's how everything went down. After graduation, we had no communication, and I was going to these ridiculous, stupid meetings at the church that they contracted me, did everything they could to try keeping me in check. But for some reason, with Kate kind of ruling the church a little bit over me, there wasn't anything I could really do to get back. Well, I know I wasn't going to be at her group, but at that point in my life, I thought she was going to be my mentor for the rest of my life. So that's kind of the. So, um, years later in 2017 of some sort, if you want to understand the context, there was like this stupid stalking order she placed against me, and it was active from February of 2017 to summer, June or July, I think June. That we lost communication, and she wanted to lose communication with me because I kind of stood my grounds with hers. Realizing, realizing that if I would have stayed, like, she placed a stalking protection order against me, which was active for a little while, but that still doesn't explain the reason why I can't go to the church anymore because it's a business. It's not her personal property. So I kind of let that go for a few years, and I met some mentors in the future. Well, now in the past. So, bottom line is, when 2020 happened, when the whole coronavirus came around, um, I was living in Kaiser at the Smaka house dealing with a lot of trauma stuff that I'm not going to get into details, but that day at camp really traumatized me, and I don't want the same trauma to happen to other kids. Because I'm here making videos on this to help protect the children. And yeah. So if you run into this video, please watch it through. Drop whatever you want or drop nothing. I'm not asking for reactions, but golly, what else can I explain? Like the trauma that I dealt with in 2020, several years after the camp, was very big for me actually. And I honestly don't want that to ever happen again. Because I guess this is like a miniature video of some kind. And take note of this. Morningstar Community Church on 27th and Cooper Boulevard in Salem, Oregon. The more kids I can protect from her, the better, because I'm just about sick of her still leading there after what she did to me. Anywho, we're almost hitting the 10-minute mark.